fishing here this week on Orchard Lake, which is part of the Etangs de Breton complex, situated in the Mayenne region of northwest France. The complex is owned by angling writer and carp fisherman Paul Selman. Now Paul, together with partner Hazel and Gizmo, run the complex and offer secure fishing holidays on 5 English estate type lakes. These are booked on a lake exclusive deal and there's accommodation on all of the lakes here. Orchard Lake is ideal for 2 anglers, a fishing couple, a small family. Prices are really inexpensive and there's full details on the Etangs de Breton website or their Facebook page. Now, I've been coming to Orchard Lake for about 6 years now, and although I don't claim to be an expert by any stretch of the imagination, I have compiled a list of 7 tips which I'm sure will help the newcomer to this place catch a few fish. Tip 1. Use appropriately strong tackle. 3.5 pound test curve rods are ideal, but more importantly than the strong rod is a strong reel. This one has got a decent 3-spool bait runner system. It's got the capacity to hold over 200 metres of 20 pound breaking strain line. But most importantly, it's not only got the cranking power to enable you to fight powerful fish, but to do it time and time again without packing up like some cheaper reels would do. One more thing, this little gadget on the end of my rod is not the latest product from Love Honey. It's actually something called a Cushit, and it's a push on and off foam rubber type of thing that absorbs all the knocks that you get when playing a big powerful fish. You can jam it in your side or your groin. And gone are the days of having all those little bruises on the inside of your legs where your rod butt's been jammed up in there whilst playing a cat. Has to be to use a big sharp hook. Now, for general fishing on this lake for the carp and the cats, I'm using a size 4 wide gape X. I don't see any reason to go smaller than that. If I'm specifically targeting the catfish, I'll use anything up to a 2, 3 or 4.0. But obviously, using that size of hook, you need to upgrade your rod, reel, line, etc. You won't set that type of hook with a carp rod. And to make sure that hook stays nice and sharp, you want to at least bring along something like this. Bog standard hook sharpener and a little touch-up stone. It's no good sending out a rig with a hook point that's anything less than razor sharp. Tip number 3, take a bait boat. Absolutely ideal for placing your rigs underneath overhanging trees on the far bank or other tricky to cast to spots. Tip 4, torches. Now, there's not much ambient light here and it gets very dark, so always make sure you take at least one of these, a good quality head torch. I take a couple of these just for general purpose. In the dark, you can put it in your mouth whilst playing a fish, a bit of additional light. I've got one of these things, which was a couple of quid from B&Q. That just aids in nighttime photography. rig tying, etc. And I also take a couple of these things, a UCO candle lantern. They're not too obtrusively bright, and each candle's got a 9-hour burn time, which is ample for October as it is now. Tip 6, house pellets. Now it's definitely worth spending a little bit of extra money on getting a stack of Paul's house pellets. He uses them to feed the fish on all year round, and by throwing a few in your hook bait in the hopper of the boat when you're sending it out, you'll definitely increase your chances of catching a few extra fish. Tip 7, back leads. Now back leads are good not only for line concealment, but for keeping your lines down below a fish fighting on one of your other rods. Now this is the type I prefer, a captive back lead, so called because it's on a piece of string, nice brightly coloured so you can't lose it. There is a small gate latch at the top which you put on your line, clip it over and slide it down. The only issue I found with this type is that occasionally the gate latch will jam, but my remedy for that is I clip it on my line before I send it down, give it a wet with saliva. That just keeps it nice and lubricated and in perfect working order.